Hello, America, and welcome to the Glenn Beck program and to The Blaze. Tonight I have a really special guest on that I want you to meet, Nick Vujicic. He is the author of Unstoppable, The Incredible Power of Faith in Action. Nick and I met a month ago?
Yes. And
he came into the studio, and if you don't know who he is, he has no arms and no legs. You may have seen the Butterfly Circus. You may have seen some of his incredible motivational work. You may have seen his book, Unstoppable. I remember the first time I saw him, you were married a year ago?
Mm-hmm. Well, 9 months ago.
9 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you were married in Hawaii.
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon in Hawaii.
Yes.
And I remember seeing in USA Today, I think, a picture of you on one of the front pages, maybe the life section.
Right.
And I started reading it, and I was like, oh my gosh, how come I've never heard of this guy? And then it had a picture of your wife, and we had a discussion. I'm sorry, we talked about you behind your back, but we had a discussion off the air of which one was more incredible, you or your wife.
We know the answer to that one. My
Yes,
wife, hands down.
But we thought you must be an incredible man to be able to get out of yourself and then be able to be married with no arms and no hands. You're not obviously not having a pity party, and she must be incredible because she's married a man who others would look and say, "What's he got?"
Exactly.
And then we met about a month ago, and I was nervous to meet you. I went to the front of the studio, and I have never felt more awkward in my life. And I waited for you in the lobby for about 10 minutes, and I kept putting my hands in my pockets and doing this and thinking, what do I do? What, do you shake hands? What? And you walked in, or you drove in, and you immediately said, give me a hug, and set me at ease.
Do you want another one?
Yeah.
I know we just had
another hug.
If you want another hug, you let me know.
Give me a hug. Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out. So I want to talk to you about all the way from how you got to be the man you are, from there all the way to you piss me off because you play golf. And my wife and I were talking about you, and we were talking about you're probably in better shape than I am, and that really makes me angry.
Wow, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
But we should have a putt-off, man. We should get like a little green happening in the studio, and we should have a competition for fun.
No, I don't think my self-esteem can handle that. I really don't think so.
Case, right?
Okay, so let's start with.
I'm not that good. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
I just do it for fun.
Right.
But,
okay.
No, thank you for first of all, thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
So tell me your childhood.
Born in the most loving home that I could ever imagine. My mum and dad, as Christians, believe that God never makes mistakes, but they definitely were wondering, what happened when the doctors had no idea, first of all, that I was going to be born this way, and no idea as to why of this birth deficiency.
Your father passed out, did he not, at your birth?
He just about. As I was born, he saw my right or left shoulder, he said, and he saw that there was no arm, and he nearly passed out, left the room. Meanwhile, my mum saw the nurses starting to cry. She said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" My mum, being a nurse and a midwife, delivering hundreds of babies before I was born, she knew exactly what phocomelia was, and that's what the doctor said I had, and she knew that meant born limbless for no medical reason. They put me next to my mum's side without my dad in the room, and my mum couldn't touch me, my mum couldn't hold me. She said, "I don't want to even see him, take him away." It was just such a shock, it was a tragedy, so many emotions right there, and then my dad came back in the room. He saw I was gone, and he said, "Can I go see him?" So he came to see me. I think they put me in a nursery, and then he unwrapped me, and he saw my body without arms and legs, and he came back and he said, "He's beautiful." And so he took a lead of being that, father and husband to say, we're going to get through this one day at a time.
Your mother, though, didn't hold you for a while.
She couldn't even breastfeed me. She just felt uncomfortable. To put in her words, she felt like she was living in a nightmare, waking up hoping that this was just a bad dream. She went to so many doctors asking why, what happened, and it took her 4 months to actually come to terms with it and say, okay, here's my flesh and blood. I'm going to do my best. And,
do you have younger brothers or sisters?
I have a brother and a sister born after me. They were a little scared to have a second child.
I bet they were.
It took them, though, 2 years to be comfortable with it, about trying again.
How long did it take before they were, yeah, darn right. That's my son, and I'm mom, and I'm dad, and I'm okay with it. How long did it take before they...
I don't know where that point is, but where they embraced it and decided to never give up and do their best. My mum 4 months and my dad straight out of the gate. Both of my parents had wonderful parents. My grandparents on both sides told my mum and dad, if you're going to give him up for adoption, we'll take him before you do that. And they said, no, we're going to be okay. We have a huge family, a Serbian background. So I have 27 first cousins, and
wow.
They were all around me and, you know, loving me, just like Nikki, you know. I knew I had no arms, no legs, but I didn't think it was such a big deal till I went to school and started getting teased and bullied. And my brother and sister never treated me different. We were siblings, you know, wrestling and fighting as, you know, siblings do. But it was pretty difficult in those early years for both my parents and myself.
Was there a point where, I mean, you know, you say, you know, we were wrestling, et cetera, but you obviously, as a kid, couldn't do, brush your teeth.
Right.
Put your pajamas on.
Go to the toilet by myself.
Right.
Yep.
So when did it start on you, the mental game of, what am I going to do?
Yep.
I can't do anything.
Right.
When did that happen?
Well, my parents always planted seeds of love and encouragement and gave me an attitude of resilience in knowing that you don't know what you can achieve until you try it. They had no idea that I could really type on a computer until they gave me a shot.
You typed
43 words.
43 words.
A minute. And then I drink coffee, so after 2 cups of coffee, I can up it up to 53.
And you type with your toes? My
big toe, yeah.
You have 2 toes?
2 toes, so I can do the peace sign. You want to see it? Yeah. Peace. So, yeah, with my little foot, I've got a little appendage here, 6 inches long, and I drive my electric wheelchair and walk around and swim, golf, fish. I've done horseback riding. Did you hear I went scuba diving and skydiving?
No, again, stop it.